Alright, so I know y'all been wanting this Viltrumite War video, so I made it. And since that conquest fight is technically a part of it, I decided to add that part to the video as well. So yeah, enjoy. After beating Conquest in Invincible Season 3, Mark went to Cecil to make sure that Conquest was really dead. Cecil showed him the body like, yeah bro, you're good. This demon won't terrorize the streets ever again. But he was wrong. Cecil decided to keep him as a pet so he could question him later. But we obviously know how that ended up going. You would think, after getting his planet nearly destroyed by Viltrumite twice, he'd know not to mess with them. But no. Even Conquest was surprised when he woke up. He knew Cecil was done for this. But yeah, anyway, Conquest heads off and Cecil is left reeling with the fact that Viltrumite King Vaughn has just come back from the dead. The first thing that Conquest did when he got back out there was head over to Thragg. Funny enough, you don't actually see this in the original 144 issue run, but in a separate, I guess, issue called Invincible Returns. I don't know why they did this, but I'm glad we got to see this. Cause we see General Craig telling Conquest to get on his knees. And look at Conquest, he doesn't even try to fight back. I was really out here wondering if Craig was the real demon all along. When the craziest person you know is moving like this when being told to kneel, you know the guy gotta be like that. But it turns out the real monster was behind him. Conquest is all like, please forgive me, sire. I have failed you, my liege. 2 honorifics in the same sentence. The glaze is immaculate. And we see the man he's bowing to. Grand Reagent Thragg, ruler of the Viltrumites. Conquest, you are an animal, only content with the blood on your teeth and barely controllable. First of all, damn, no wonder he was telling Mark he was so lonely. He out here getting treated like this. And 2, do you see the way he entered the room? Do you see the way he bowed down? He looks under control to me. Nah, the more I learn about Conquest, the more sad I feel for him. He should have met Battle Beast, bro. Thragg then proceeds to cuss him out, calling him a worthless bum for not completing his mission. Then while horrifying with that big ass cloak, he asks him what further use he could be to him. Conquest begs for mercy. Please, my liege, I will not fail again. Honestly, it's not his fault that he didn't know that Invincible's girlfriend was a walking fucking atomizer. Any other variant is getting cooked. So Thragg gives him one more chance. Intercept Mark, Nolan, and their team and kill them all, or else. Fast forward a bit to the Viltrumite War, and we see Mark, Oliver, and Nolan getting ready to throw down along with the coalition. While they're flying, they get attacked by some Viltrumites. And who was leading them? Conquest, with a shiny new and improved arm. Mark was bamboozled, and look at Oliver, bro must have gotten PTSD seeing that face. Oh Mark, it is good to see you again. Bro acting like he just found his long lost love. Look at Mark, he's heated. I am so happy to get a chance to run your fade once more. I trust you left your girl at home this time? Hey yo, not gonna lie, after seeing what Thragg just put him through, dude is probably genuinely happy to see him again. Conquest was also slandering my boy Tech Jacket, and then he even told Oliver he was happy to see his arm healed just so he could break it again. And what does this idiot Oliver do when he hears this? He heads straight for him. No sneak attack, no nothing like the first encounter either. No big ass beatdown coming up. He just went for it. Did he fail to forget what happened last time when he went up against him? Bro got stretched out like a rubber band and everything. Boy, slow down. Shout out to Lucan. Dude is built like an African uncle and is still able to throw hands. He gives off those I'm only here so I don't get fired type of vibes. I rock with him. Oliver didn't even get punched this time. Just one slap and he was down. Should have stayed at his home. Even Tech Jacket was putting in more work than the so-called Viltrumite. Conquest was going after everyone. Got grabbed by Nolan, then reversed the situation, saying some, Nolan the traitor. I can't believe my luck. I get to kill you too. Bro is just so happy to be here. You really must be doing this for the love of the game. Your son is so powerful. You must be so proud. Then Mark came in and just started pummeling him. Mark at this point in the story is way stronger than he was when they first fought. So this time, they're actually going hit for hit. Mark got an elbow in, but then Conquest threw him off. Mark kicks him in the face after finding out that Cecil kept him alive. Dude was already plotting murder for that mistake. And Conquest strikes back with a left, saying, you won't be seeing anyone again. And Nolan is just enjoying it, seeing his son go toe to toe with Viltrum's best, while his other son is literally fighting for his life. Look at Oliver, man. Who invited bro to the function? While everyone is fighting, the Viltrumites get reinforcements, meaning that Mark's group has to scram. This idiot Oliver got his back blown out by a laser and he had to go get some fresh air. And when he saw that, Conquest's predator instinct kicked in and he headed off to kill him. So he knocks Mark away and goes to touch him. Look at Oliver. I'm sure he remembers the beatdown he got last time now. But luckily, Mark makes it down in time and is able to save him. And this scene really shows how much stronger Mark has gotten, especially when he's not holding back. Look at how he got Conquest right now. Got Grandpa seeing the gates of hell. Hands in the air out here gasping and shit. Mark loves violating senior citizens. And of course, Conquest freaky ass is out here loving it. I know season 4 is gonna make this even freakier than I'm So Lonely. Very good. It's nasty work. How are you enjoying this? Mark told him, don't hide behind that smile. You are going to die today. But Conquest isn't letting that happen. He starts dragging him around. Conquest was really acting like this would be light work, but he didn't know that Mark was on that timing. He drags Mark to the ground and tries to rip him off. And when that doesn't work, he comes in with a mean body blow. I don't know what bone this is supposed to be, but I can tell you, it should not be looking like that. Then he hits Mark again and again. But Mark is not letting go. Conquest drags him around some more. He's getting desperate, and he even manages to pierce a hole through Mark's abdomen. And this right here is one of Mark's rawest moments, because after literally getting speared through, dude sat his ass down saying some not enough. Conquest was quite literally rearranging his guts, and he still wouldn't let him breathe. But luckily, Mark ended up winning the battle of attrition as he beat Conquest, guts still in hand. As we can tell that he is definitely dead this time. But yeah, that's the end of Conquest. Shout out to Omni-Man. He ended up giving him a proper burial out of respect. Although, this man Oliver was trying to have him thrown out into space. I can't blame him. If I got done the way he did twice by the same guy, I want him gone too. Wobbly wiggly, wobbly wiggly, wobbly wiggly, ooh. Anyway, Omni-Man and Oliver will have a lot of time on their hands since Mark needs to recover. So they spend their time training and hanging out with each other, bonding like they're supposed to. And it's kind of sad because they actually seem to be getting along here. Oliver fake as hell, bro, doing all this just to switch up. While Mark heals up, the Coalition, which is basically Tech, Jacket, and Alan at this point, are doing their own thing. Zach grew a beard, which is a very important detail for us to know. He's also been getting busy. Alan was confused because he thought he had a girl, which he did, but she ended up cheating on him with another. It's a whole other story. But yeah, I don't even know why he was so mad because he asked him the question. But finally, Mark wakes up. And honestly, the beard fits him really well. Surprised they never went this route because he looks hella tough. He doesn't even believe that he beat Conquest. All that he remembers is the fact that he was scared, but no one was like, hey, don't get it twisted little man, you like that. Now, let's go rejoin the fight. And this was perfect timing, because right now, the Viltrumites are laying waste to Leskria. Look at General Craig, the aura farming is actually crazy. Grand Reagent Thragg is here as well, aura farming per usual, as he plans on avenging the late Emperor Argal. Now, the reason why the Viltrumites were easily able to destroy them was because of this green alien thing with a humongous guts. Good lord. This guy turned traitor and deactivated the defenses. And Thaddeus getting mad at someone for being a traitor is so ironic, bro. How could you do this? That's your twin, bro. Ask yourself. But luckily, Tech Jacket and Alan pulled up. Although it wasn't looking good. Tech Jacket would have gotten crushed to death if not for Thaddeus. And Craig and Alan were running the ones. But then the GOATs, Mark and Nolan, plus Oliver, pull up. Nolan absolutely clobbers Anissa. I thought he was about to take her off the damn page. And Mark and Oliver end up destroying the main ship together. And Thragg, who was too busy aura farming with Argal's skull, almost lost it. And he ended up dipping to save it. Oliver talking about some, oh balls, shut up bro, shut up. But yeah, with that, the Viltrumites retreat, and those who came along with them to attack surrender. The fat traitor guy, who was somehow still alive after getting blicked in the head, says that long story short, it's over for everyone. The Viltrumites are meeting back at Viltrum, and they plan on staging a counterattack. All of them. He said that so threateningly too. This is the same way Vegeta be saying he's the prince of all Saiyans. All what? 3 of them, bro? We aren't scared, bro. Tell them to run our fade. With that, the Viltrumite War is technically over, as all the Viltrumites have retreated from their posts and headed back to Viltrum. But it's not over, and it won't be over until they either surrender or are destroyed. So Thaddeus gets together the Dream Team, the God Squad, one of the greatest lineups ever assembled. At the 1, we got Mark, Space Racer at shooting guard. Omni-Man can easily run the 3. Battle Beast at the 4, and at center, we got Allen. And of course, Tech Jacket makes a great 6th man. And then we got Oliver. He's the dedicated bench warmer / water boy, averaging 10 claps, 3 water bottles refilled, and 20 cheers per game. Oh yeah, y'all already know they about to go crazy. The squad minus Space Racer pulls up to Viltrum. And 13 from Scissor 7 strikes first. I low-key forgot her name. What was it? Thula. Yeah, that was her name. She was trying to get a monologue off, but Battle Beast was like, hell nah. More fighting, less talking. Then we see Thragg and the rest of the Viltrumites pull up. And I'm not gonna lie, this Viltrumite with the long hair, she low-key bad. She could take over my planet any day. Space Racer finally gets into the fray, bringing a bunch of Ragnars with him. And bro immediately got on that timing, blasting Viltrumites. Allen was going crazy. Even Oliver was getting his hits in. I know that had to hurt. And everything was cool until Mark decided to run the fade with Thragg. Kill it, moron. Who are you anyway? Which begs the question, did nobody tell Mark about the 6'10 demon who's the greatest fighter in the galaxy? Thaddeus was in the film room twiddling his thumbs. This is like playing basketball and not knowing who LeBron James is. Becoming a pirate and not knowing Goldie Roger. What are we doing? Mark got off easy. Thragg ate that body blow and then backhanded that thug away. But of course, Oliver dumbass, after seeing his brother get cooked, decided to come in and help. This isn't season 3 anymore, man, and this ain't Conquest either. You're not like that no more. And he came in with this lame ass joke too. Hey dickhead, a black hole called. It wants its suck back. Nerd! That has to be the worst line I have ever heard in this damn comics. And that's saying something. They should have bullied this little nigga back on Earth, bro. God. You're a funny one, I gather. Always cracking jokes. Very good. I enjoy a good joke myself. Stop me if you heard this one. First time I saw this, I got out of my chair and hit the celebratory booty dance, bro. I have never been so happy to see someone get cooked like this. Mark came in angry as a wasp, 100 attack and 0 damage. Thragg was eating those hits like a training dummy. The most inexpensive nosebleed in history. Thragg notes that even Conquest feared him, so Mark shouldn't do anything rash, but he was all like, fuck that, I killed Conquest and I'ma kill you too. And that had everyone shocked. And of course, Nolan was so happy to tell everyone that his son killed one of Viltrum's best. Look at that smile. His other son is quite literally dying as we speak. And he's still cheesing like this, bro. Come on. Yo, Battle Beast is still cooking Thula, bro. This panel is crazy. I did not know Grandma had it like that. That must have been a good enough distraction, because this is where Thaddeus makes his move. While Space Racer shoots one of his bullets, Mark, Omni-Man, and the Traitor make their way towards Viltrum, going straight through its core and absolutely destroying it. Nolan was so locked in for this, and I find it hilarious that 2 of Argo's hairs just decimated the planet that they were supposed to rule. And the Viltrumites were not happy about this. They got straight back to jumping these 3. Look at Oliver, bro is still floating around and ain't nobody care. But with that, Thaddeus tells the remaining Viltrumites that it's time to surrender. And this dude was just waffling, bro. He's cooked and he absolutely knows it. Pulled up like he was about to do something to Thragg, just to be treated like a Lego. Took that boy's head off, then he crushed it. And look at Allen, he could not believe this. I know he got PTSD, and it's not looking good. Battle Beast is down, along with Oliver and Thaddeus, and Thragg got his arms crossed, telling them to grieve while they can. It has never been more over than right now. You are all next. Just ended already, bro. And the first person he went after ended up being Mark as well. Mark tried fighting back, but Thragg was eating these hits. He genuinely had Mark looking crazy, bro. Look! He giving bro the noogie of doom and destruction. Nolan came in to save the day, but it was not looking good. Thragg was putting that belt to ass, BTA. Mark is still holding his head over here. Even Battle Beast was no match for the Grand Reagent, as he tossed him aside like he was a kitty cat. Allen was getting absolutely jumped. No wonder he wanted to exterminate these niggas later. They did not give bro the faith of a one-on-one. This is insane. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on his ass right now. Jesus. Space Racer genuinely saved the day, man. Along with getting the most bodies today. He got Allen in check jacket and got out of there. But he left Omni-Man and Mark to run the fade with Thragg. And like I said, it is not looking good. Mark is all like, how do we beat him? And Nolan deadass says, it's over. What do you mean it's over? Bro didn't even try to fight back. He's just that strong. He was out here choking the both of them at the same time. Nolan was literally saying his last goodbyes to Mark as well. He tried freeing Mark so he could escape, But Thragg was on his ass, man. Look at this. He got chased down on Hall of Fame. Grabbed Mark by the hair and had him looking like he's taking back shots. Then he beat the brakes off him. Would have been impaled for the second time if Omni-Man didn't take the hit. He's about to kill Mark as well, but he stopped because he realized that he needed all the Viltrumites that he could get. Craig was like, no, they're not loyal. But Thragg little bro'd him and said that he needed them. So the Viltrumites leave, and later, a coalition ship saves the two of them from dying. And everything actually seems pretty good. Mark's alive, Nolan is still with us, and unfortunately, Oliver is here too. Although, they had to give bro some automail so he could function. And shockingly, it seems that the Viltrumites are gone. They haven't been seen, and the coalition has no idea where they're at. Until Mark realizes that they're probably on Earth. And he has a crazy imagination, man. I thought this was all real for a moment. He was so worried that bro hopped off the ship before they even got in the atmosphere and he headed down. But when he got there, they didn't see anything. Seems like they're not here. Bro had 1 second to smile before Thragg pulled up aura farming. And once again, that hairline stays undefeated. The fur cloak doubling as a cape along with the plated wristbands and the belt along with the abs showing through the fit. Thragg's outfit stylist needs a raise, bro. Mark was just waffling. I killed Conquest, I'll find a way to kill you. Stop holding on to that Conquest fight, bro. We done with the 90s. This is like saying I beat the Bucks, now I'll beat the Thunder. I beat Inter, so I can beat PSG. Actually, you know, maybe that's a possibility. Anyway, Thragg tells that little boy to get off him, and then he states his case. At the end of the day, he needs to save his people. And since Mark took his planet, he's now taking his own. Besides, it's not like he could do anything to make them leave in the first place. Their plan is to intermingle with the humans so they can create more Viltrumites and slowly restore the empire. And basically, he has no choice. So after some consideration, Mark agrees, effectively ending the Viltrumite War.